Okay, so what's going on, people? I tell you, it's been a long few days. I've been doing a lot of this. I've been really embracing that whole never rest, never rust thing that they say. I don't know if you've ever heard that thrown around or whatever. I haven't heard it a lot, but I saw it somewhere once. But anyway, so I've been doing that, been putting out all kinds of videos, and this, I believe, is going to be the last one for a little while, I think. I'm not sure, but I think it is. So, anyways, first and foremost, right? So the thing about me is like I don't mind admitting when I'm wrong. So a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, I don't really remember, but I was talking to a good friend of mine, Gunplay down below, Mus on the gram, right? So and he was saying, hey, if you're getting those cinders, maybe you can do a comparison with these and with the black statics. And I'm okay with doing videos and stuff, but I was thinking like I don't see a real reason to do that because like they seem like they're very different. Of course, I was going by what the pictures looked like, and if you've ever seen Yeezy pictures versus Yeezys in hand, it's not always the same. It's not always a very accurate reproduction what you get online. So, anyways, moving on along to a couple days ago when I actually got those cinders, there will be a link somewhere at the end or wherever if you want to watch the actual review. So moving forward, when I got those, I looked at them and I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I can kind of see this. So that's where we are today, right? So I've got those right here, the cinders. Maybe you remember these. If you don't, there's a little quick view for you, kind of give you that refresher of what's going on. Some kind of toffee brown, dark chocolatey upper thing. Got some sort of peanut butterish color, light caramel type thing going on the bottom. A little bit of yellow, right? Nothing too crazy, nothing you haven't really seen before. But one of the things about these that I noticed first and foremost was that bottom, right? See that color right there? Some people were saying that, hey, that's a gum bottom. And I'm thinking, not really, because this right here, semi frozen yellow, now I get, yeah, they're a little dirty. That happens if you wear your shoes and don't clean them. But, anyways, to me, that is the gum bottom, right? So there's a little up close for you in case you're looking at these. These right here, just a little fun fact for you. Personally, my favorite Yeezy, the one that really meant the most to me to pick up, more or less, and the only one that I have doubled up on for my own personal collection. So there's a little tidbit for you. That'll probably never come in handy in real life, but you at least know it. So, anyways, that to me is what sets in the Yeezy realm the bar for what would be considered a gum bottom. I don't have anything against this color. I just don't think that is the most accurate way to describe it. Now, maybe you agree, maybe you don't. It doesn't much matter. I'm not saying your opinion doesn't matter, but I'm just saying overall, does it really like the difference here? But now getting on into the main part of this review here is this, right? Looking at these guys, the what are these cinders and the black statics, right? Black statics. So I'll give you a little close up of these. I got a review of these somewhere up top. Thanks again to Bobby Sneaker World for making this happen, because this review couldn't have been possible without him on account of these shoes being a little harder to get than I expected them to be. So I put in on the Foot Locker or Foot Action, wherever. He went and picked them up for me, sent them to me. Got them super fast, actually, considering he had to send them mostly all across the world. But yeah, so again, thank you to him for that. But anyways, so here, looking at these are the black statics, right? Black on the bottom, black on the midsole. See, not a whole lot of difference between what is usually a shift in colors. And then just an all black upper. A little bit of red on that pull tab thing there. And you can't quite tell because the light isn't hitting it just right, but those are some 3M laces. So anyways, looking at these up close together, from a distance they kind of do, and I'm just saying that looking in the picture on the video here, they do look very similar actually. The difference is negligible. So I can see now why some people might have been saying, hey, if you missed out on these, this isn't a bad runner-up. Overall, I mean, I'm not sure which way I'd lean. Probably honestly towards these because I'm not an all black kind of guy. But those 3M laces, though, I am a big 3M guy, so I'm not sure which way to lean. If you have a preference one way or the other, I am interested to hear that. But anyways, just looking at these, just kind of bring these in together for you. You can kind of tell that the cinders right here are just a little bit lighter, right? Just just barely. Bring that in real close for you. See? So looking at these here, you see this is kind of a faded sort of color, almost like what I said when I was looking at the statics versus the Lundmarks. These right here, just kind of like a faded version of these. The black strip on the side is the same. For the most part, the midsole is pretty close, and then obviously the bottom is a huge difference. And then the standard laces versus the 3M. But overall, and they both happen to have the pull tabs on the back, because I know some people like that sort of thing. But other than that, these are very much the same shoe. Even the stitching pattern, actually no, the stitching pattern on the inside is also a little bit different. So if you look at these, again, Cinder's up top. So you see that on the middle part of the statics, you have a lot more striping going on, versus on the top with the Cinders, it's a little more flattened out, right? And then moving to the outside, let's see what that's looking like. That one is very much, it's closer to each other, though on the black statics, again towards the toe, you do see a bit more, you got some kind of lines kind of thing going on down in there. This one not so much. This one looks more like just a lot of little dots. And then moving towards the back, the horizontal kind of diagonal lines, or vertical slash diagonal lines, those are a little easier to see on the black statics as well. Just some minor, very minor differences. Bring that in closer for you to give you that close-up look. So see, there you go. Now you can kind of see it very clearly. And then even across the top. So one thing also is with the stitching. The stitching, if I can lay these a little flatter, you can kind of tell that this one is a little flatter than this one. It's not by a whole lot, but it is. So try to get that at a decent angle for you, but it's hard to tell in the video, but if you're looking at them right on hand, you can tell that this stitching is just a little bit flatter. You can even feel it on there, but that's a very minor difference. But again, the stitching, they're both doing the same sort of thing, which is where they switch up the stitching style throughout the whole upper, but they have the same vibe, just not the same exact stitching. So looking at these side by side, I do see that there are some decent differences, but again, you have to kind of get all up on them to see it for the most part. And then at the top, you can kind of see that around where the tongue is. Very different on there. And then switching to the other side. So yeah, overall, very different look when you get really up on them. But the color though, the color makes them look very similar. Obviously minus the bottoms and all that good stuff. So also, while we're talking about these, since people do like to know about sizing and whatnot, and if you're still sticking with me, great. So the sizing on these, I go true to size, right? I buy a 9.5 in my Yeezys because that's what I buy in all my Adidas shoes, minus the 3MCs. Now, they can feel a little snug at first, but they do stretch out a little bit over time. The only one that I can recently say felt a little different was the Yeezy, the ones that were black with like the purple and the green and some kind of blue or some kind of pink. That pair, now I will say they still fit fine. They just felt like they were closer to like what you would expect of a broken in shoe versus something like this, not so broken in. So kind of like the older Ultra Boost, like the 3s and stuff, those, the fit of those could vary a bit just from the color of the shoe, which was weird to me. But anyways, I don't know how much else I have to say about these, so I'm just going to give you one little last close-up and then part ways and let you move on about your Sunday or Sunday evening, whatever. So again, looking at the outside, there you have that. Here you have this. Try to get these in here so you can see them both. So there's that for you. Now we're going to switch these around and there, show you the inside. So again, Cinder's on the top, but I'm pretty sure you are well aware of that. So there's how they look. The rear end there, same sort of differences like we talked about in the front, which brings us back to the front. So there's that for you. Bring that in. Yep, no real differences. And even the inside is very much the same. So there you go, there's that. Alright, so now that we're done, if you have any questions, let me know, because I didn't really think about what I was going to say. Honestly, I haven't even looked at this pair of shoes since I did the review on them. So I just pulled them out so I could make things happen for, again, a good friend of mine. So here's your video. I said yesterday that it was coming today, and there you have it. So now, I believe I'm done. Have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I am going to get this thing out there so that way hopefully he can see it before his evening is over. All right. Thanks again, people. See you later.